I'm Ashton from EventChain for Investment Pitch Media and FinTech News Network. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Cynthia Huang, the CEO of Altcoin Fantasy. Cynthia, thank you so much for being on the show. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Hey, Ashton. Always good to connect and chat with you.
Yeah, likewise. I'm excited to hear a little bit of updates on Altcoin Fantasy. I've been following it myself, but for the viewers, could you first of all explain what is Altcoin Fantasy and why has it gotten so popular?
Yeah, for sure. So we are a gamified way for people to learn about the crypto space. And what we like to call ourselves is this idea of fantasy sports meets crypto trading. And we have fantasy trading competitions that we host where people can actually win real prizes and real rewards. And the best part is, there's no risk. They don't have to put in any money. There's no risk of them losing, but they just win and they can actually get rewards for it. And what we do is that we really try and make it fun and interesting for people to learn about different concepts within blockchain. So we have a lot of educational resources like articles and videos that they can read, learn about things like stable coins, learn about, wallets and things like that. And, we've taken a different approach. I think that there's definitely a lot of really cool things happening in the blockchain and crypto space, but it can be pretty intimidating for someone just coming in because you sign up for a wallet and it's like, oh my gosh, you've got to secure your keys. You're never going to find your money again if you lose it. So we really try and make it approachable by making it fun, because I think that adoption is not going to happen until people feel comfortable. And the best way for people to actually get into it, feel comfortable, and want to keep learning is by making it fun, engaging, and of course, social.
That's great. And when I first started following it, it seemed like, people were just trying to trade, and whoever had, the most gains or really was following the markets the best was the winner. But I guess it really has to turn into more of an educational platform, as you said, because there's a lot of people that don't want to risk real money now starting to do the fantasy version, but they also want to learn about it so then at some point they can start trading in the markets as well. Have you noticed that shift?
Yeah, for sure. I think that, traditionally the crypto space has been very much that, people got into crypto through trading. And I think that there's definitely been a shift in the last year where people are looking more at the technology and the fundamentals behind it, which is really great because, obviously being a long-term holder in crypto and blockchain, we're looking more at the technology play rather than, any speculative risk. But what we understand is that because a lot of people do come in through trading, we want to be able to get them set up and learn and feel comfortable so that they don't have a bad experience and then think that crypto is a scam and leave. So we provide both the educational resources. We also provide a platform where they can actually learn and practice trading without losing their own money.
That's great. Well, great work so far. I saw that there's been over 5,000 contests held on Altcoin Fantasy so far with some pretty big partners, which is great. Could you explain a little bit about your partners and maybe who you strive to work for your new partners that you're looking for?
Yeah, for sure. So we've been very fortunate in being able to find really amazing partners who share our philosophy of, education, adoption, and awareness. And, some of the larger ones we've worked with have been TradingView, OKCoin, and then something that we recently announced is a partnership with CoinMarketCap. So they are obviously, the go-to for prices and trading, but they're wanting to do a lot more around the education piece. And so we partnered together to create a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency, which will help people who are new to the space address a lot of the topics that they might be curious about, but not really know how to figure out the answers to. So hopefully that will help a lot of new people in the space. And in terms of who we hope to work with, I think, we're pretty committed to growing the ecosystem. So whether a company is large or small, we're open to working with everybody to grow that ecosystem and really get more people into the space. So, if anyone out there wants to work with us, then shoot me an email and we're happy to do so.
That's great. And I was just going to ask, how big is your team? Are they located in a central location? And obviously you guys are looking for more people.
Yeah, so we are a pretty small and lean team. We only just added a sixth person, and we are fully remote, which I think is pretty typical of the crypto space, but is definitely, really awesome and something that is really nice because our team is not limited to just staying in one place. People can work wherever they want to, and that also is good for us because we can bring talent in from all over the world. We're not just limited to one locale, which is really, really awesome.
That's great. And I would guess that because you don't actually have to bet real money, the system is available to play all around the world. And where are the majority of people coming from that are on Altcoin Fantasy?
Yeah, so we're global. Something actually pretty cool is that we have people from all around the world in every single country. And our biggest areas are probably Southeast Asia and then North America, and then kind of scattered all throughout Europe.
Yeah, that's great. And where did you guys start the project from? How long ago did you start? And is it growing as quickly as it has been the whole time?
So the founders, so myself and Tommy, we are from Vancouver and we launched it there, but we've been spending a lot of time in Asia just because there's a lot happening in the crypto and blockchain space there. And it's been growing pretty quickly. I think we've been pretty excited about all the growth happening. I think in the next couple of years with a lot of the projects and developments that are coming out, things like Libra coin, then hopefully Libra coin comes out, but I think that's going to do a lot for the blockchain and crypto space. And I think probably, in the next 3 to 5 years, the space really is going to explode. So we're obviously very excited about that. And I'm sure you are too, because, what's good for us is good for everybody.
You got it. That's great. And now I saw that you guys have a lot of users. What is your marketing strategy and how do you focus on people to retain those users? Once you do a contest once, how do you entice them to come back?
Yeah, so I think we're a little bit different probably in how we run our company and our startup. So we don't really do advertising. We focus pretty much all on organic growth. And the reason for that is because we just think it's more sustainable and we get higher quality users and we're able to, build a more sustainable business. But we focus a lot on our users and on our products. So every day I'm emailing users, asking them for their feedback. I do a lot of support myself. And we're always looking to see what people are requesting, what they want, what that feedback looks like. And we do constant product updates. So, we have a web app, an iOS app, and an Android app. And every 2 weeks, we're releasing updates on our mobile apps. And then on web, we're doing it all the time. So it's just really constantly listening to what people want. And that changes all the time, too.
That's great. And I know that you mentioned sustainable business. And it is free to use Altcoin Fantasy, but how are you guys as a company creating sustainable business, driving revenue, and paying the people and growing?
So there's a couple of ways that we make money. So one is that we work with our partners, and if they want to run a marketing campaign with us, then we're able to work with them on that basis. And then recently this year, we've also introduced premium subscriptions. So our users can basically get unlimited access and unlock all the features of our app if they become a premium member.
Oh, nice. That's great.
Yeah.
And as you guys continue to expand, are you also looking for more strategic partners, more investors, or just more people to play the contests?
All of those, actually. So we are just starting our fundraising process. But, we're always looking for partners because, as I mentioned earlier, I think it's very crucial that we all work together to help grow the crypto space, that we all help each other. Like, the space is much, much too small right now to, see each other as competitors. So we all have to work together to try and promote each other and make sure that the good companies and the good actors stay in and then the bad ones get thrown out. So I think, we're probably pretty aligned on that. And, we work together. So I think continuing to meet really great people in the space that we can help each other. And then on the user side, I think crypto adoption is always a big topic, and how do you get people into it, especially people who are a little bit weary about the space. So that's something that we're continuing to do and thinking of new and novel ways to try and reach people.
Agreed. And now, this is a tougher question. What obstacles or challenges do you foresee as you continue to grow that may limit your growth potential?
I think the big one is regulations. I'm not sure if you read, but Indonesia recently just banned crypto, and Indonesia has been a huge usage of crypto. We have a lot of users from Indonesia, and then of course India has always been a little bit gray in terms of how they see crypto. So if countries follow, then obviously that's not really a great place for any of us to be in. But I think that there's also been a lot of positive developments with a lot of countries and jurisdictions that want to actually come up with something that works because they can see that there's a lot of good parts to it. So, hopefully people will continue to support and petition for really good regulations and not to outright ban it, but to actually support it and figure out ways to make it work.
Yeah, I completely agree. And if there are, I know you guys have a couple contests that are running right now. How can the viewers learn more about those and start trading and start winning?
Yeah, so our site is called altcoinfantasy.com, and then we also have an Android and iOS app, so you can just look up our name, Altcoin Fantasy. We are giving away $1,675 in USD in this week's contest, so you should definitely join. You too, Ashton, and then see if you can get a chance to win.
Awesome. That sounds great. I'll leave those links in the description box below for the viewers. And that's all the time that we have. But it was a pleasure speaking with you, Cynthia. And sounds like Altcoin Fantasy has a lot of good things in the pipeline. So all the best to your growth. Let's follow up in the near future.
Sounds great. Thanks so much, Ashton.